Greetings, Keishlings. Keish Prime here with my live reaction of UnOrdinary, Chapter 212. Last chapter, we had pretty much the conclusion of the John versus Blake fight, or rematch. With Blake's defeat, yet again, pretty bad damage dealt to him. He was, collapsed on the ground. He had had that big impact with the wall, plus the fight damage in general. Pretty bad. While that was going on, Zeke was kind of having a bit of a, like, haha, you're all weak little pissants to me. And then he got hit in the head with a chair, and that made me a happy boy. Obviously, they have him outnumbered, but they apparently do not have, like, ant colony mentality just yet, even because, like, they have him outnumbered. Even if they're weaker, their various abilities should probably equate to a good matchup regardless. They shouldn't be as easily bossed around. But they do not do that yet. Then again, that would then further justify John, like, they are working against me, kind of deal. So I don't know. But yeah. And then that's when Ison comes in and kicks the shit out of Zeke. And it's like, you leave my friends alone. I'm showing you the power of an almost royal. Wanna be royal? No, I don't. I want to run the newspaper. I don't know. Maybe I'll get that song right one day. But anyway. Okay, we're picking up where we left off. School exterior. And then there is poor Blake on the ground. There's crumbling noises. He's picking up Blake. John, you jerk. What are you about to do? It's like ellipses. Why the hell is it always you? So fucking annoying. What you about to do? How dare you standing against me? And he's like, ugh. You're going to punch an unconscious man. Lovely. That's enough, John. What color is this? It's like a greenish teal? There's a greenish teal. I don't know whose talk bubble this is. It was like, whoever it is has some level of authority. Because John looks shook. Wait, who you? You wear tan vest? Are you an outsider to the school? What the hell? John looks like he's about to turn around. Oh shit, it's the headmaster and the head of security. Put him down. Okay. Okay. I can see that John... If John actually fights back in this moment, holy hell, I want to know what the headmaster's freaking ability is. What allows him the authority over these kids to be just like, I will ring them in when it is thought to be necessary. So, like, he must have some immeasurable ability to be able to head over a school regardless. But just so, what is it, laissez-faire? Or, no. Blase, that's the word. Laissez-faire, I think, is something to do with trade. Anyway, the blase about, like, not disciplining the students, even though sometimes, many times, they go way overboard. But let's see. You're still going to punch him? Uh-oh. He's activating! Why did I just go? Oh, I can just imagine if that was animated. Please someone animate something cool of me one day. And it was like, I do this, and I squeak, and then it's kind of like a rubber, like a squeaky rubber going, Oh, it's having an effect on John. What's going on? Holy shit, he has gravity powers. He's being flattened on the ground. Ugh. Keen, please take Blake to the infirmary. Alright. He just seems like, okay, whatever, fuck it. Hmm. If he doesn't have gravity powers, I have no idea. Telekinesis, maybe? Either one works. Like, that would definitely explain a lot. Okay, so he's lifting up Blight, just carrying him off. And the headmaster is still over there. Wait, something's going... What? You're watching, aren't you, Keen? Oh, he's... Oh, shit, that vial got busted. He's probably like, what is the substance in the school? To be honest, it looks like milk. Or some other white substance. Oh, he's going to go and examine it? No, that's the headmaster, I think. I mean, it's hard to tell, but I think that's the headmaster, yeah. Ugh. Pressure. Okay, it has to be, like, gravity, right? Let's see here. John is trying to resist, but he's not happy. John, to my office. If he had telekinesis, he'd probably just lift his ass up and haul him to the office, and it's like, this is more humiliating for me than it is for you, young man. as he's just nonchalantly walking to the office with John in tow, literally. Okay, click. So they're in the office now. Weird how the office, like, the door is, like, far off in the back of the room like that, but whatever. Weird. I don't know why I even noticed that, but I did. But anyway, okay. From now on, you are forbidden from attacking the safe house. Oh. Of course you'd side with them. First I'm not allowed to hurt the royals, and now the safe house is off limits. Even though they're the ones who are plotting to take me down to the Paradise City, where the grass is green, like the headmaster's hair, and the girls are pretty, like Seraphina and Remy. But anyway, that actually rhymes. Shit. Please take me down. Yes. Anyway, even though they're the ones who are planning to take me down, why do you think that is? Because I'm an outcast. You made yourself an outcast. They don't want someone like me as their king, so they're trying to get me out. John, it's not because you're an outcast, it's because you're an asshole. This is just a standard transition of power. This is a very hilarious given what's happened in real life. Yeah. Standard transition of power. When there's mass treason that just happened on the 6th. The 6th of January, 2021. History was changed forever. But not for the good. But anyway. Whenever a new king takes over, people will always be resistant. Lord, man, you are, like, not very tall, it looks like. Being powerful has its advantages, but it isn't enough. You still have to prove yourself to everyone and show that you're a trustworthy leader. Why should I have to prove anything? They should be the ones trying to earn my favor. Lord, man, you don't get it. And why is that? What will you give them in return? My undying tyranny. Doesn't matter, I owe them nothing. But my iron fist. Zeke, get over here so I can hockey up again. But it's like, how unfortunate. It seems I misjudged him after all. Really now? In any case, John, my statement still stands. This is the last chance I'm giving you. Oh shit, what happens if he breaks that rule? Do not attack the safe house again. Is that clear? He's just leaving. Like, what the hell? And he slammed the door. That's a mahogany fucking door. You will not slam it, you little bastard. Knock, knock. Wait, who's at the door? Oh, it's Keen. Oh, he's coming to inform the headmaster of what he found. Keen? You don't seem too pleased. Because I'm not. I had high hopes for him. Oh, now we're in the enrollment, I guess, because he's like casual John now. During his enrollment interview, he had all the qualities I was looking for. Look at his hair, it's so present day John. It's like it ain't smooth back or nothing. He ain't got that helmet hair gel. The way I said that was weird. Let's see here. Charismatic, empathetic, powerful. He steered the waters and got all the higher ranks moving. I wanted him to grow on his own and lead our students in a better direction. Keen's like, really? But now, he's the one keeping the school from moving forward. Disappointing, really. If he continued to hold everyone back, then I'll have to put my faith elsewhere. So did you need me for anything, or for something? I mean, he doesn't just come into your office, like, for no reason, right? I mean, he doesn't even eat lunch with you. Yeah. I found this broken vial outside. I wonder what you did with the drug. Like, surely he put that in something, right? To have it analyzed? Seems to have contained some sort of, or some kind of substance. I think it came from Blake. You should speak with him. Very well. Let me know when he's recovered. Yes, he's kind of unconscious. I cannot really talk with a student who is knocked the fuck out. In the library, school library. Here is Arlo. Is he doing the studies? Because he's got that book and notebook and stuff. Ellipses. Those people. And now he's thinking about when they were attacked all those chapters ago. Who are they? What did they want? And how did they get the tools to overwhelm us? They created them with science. He's reaching into his pocket. Ah, it's the note about the meetup. He's gonna go. Which is actually what I theorized was one of the options of what he likely would do. You know, like, the first one, I was hoping that he would actually go with Serafina, and they'd go, you know, on equal terms. Likely no, not the case anymore. But him being kind of like a silent observer from a little bit afar, so that he can act as backup in case Serafina gets ambushed. So, it seems like that might be the case. Today's the day. Oh. Lovely, just as every fucking thing is going on today, apparently. Well, it's kind of like I forget what part of Back to the Future, but there was like a point in time, and it was mentioned in the second movie, and it was like, oh, everything happened on that day. It's like, it must be like the nexus of the universe. Or an extreme coincidence. And that's kind of what's going on, is that today is just full of activity. Aren't you a bit curious? Don't you want to see those people for yourself? And that's when she was telling him about it. I'm being told two different things. Yeah, your aunt is evil. So, as far as I know, the authorities have never failed us. And yet, they have obviously failed you because they don't fucking investigate shit. So, it's like, And another flashback back at John's place. No. We'll call Doc and talk to the headmaster. But no authorities. He's like, now I understand why John is the way he is. It's because he's tasted it firsthand. They're evil motherfucking authorities. Screw the authorities, says Remy. He's like, yeah, screw the authorities. They helped kill my brother. They're just a bunch of power-hungry phonies. Phonies! Look, a bunch of phonies! Oh, they couldn't care less about what happens to us. And here's Seraphina. How long has Ember been around for? And how much have the authorities uncovered about them? They sure have a habit of taking their time, don't they? I think it's starting to get to him. He's starting to put it together, and it's like, this many people would not have this opinion if it wasn't true to some extent, right? No one else trusts them. Mr. Burns' finger. Oh, wait, this is Mr. Burns' finger. Never mind. This is just quiet contemplation first. What am I supposed to think? And there's his aunt again. Arlo, don't waste your time on all the noise around you. And now, Remy, why would it be a waste of time if it's something I want to do? And now he's, contemplation stance. Now he's walking about the school. Phone is buzzing, I think. Yep, there we go. What is it? Arlo, it's Seraphina. You are not Seraphina. After John attacked the safe house today. He what? What did you fucking think was going to happen at some point? Arlo, you dunderhead. Yeah, you haven't heard. Arlo, where have you been? I've been stuff. Anyway, everyone's been talking about it. Oh, never mind that. But after John left, Seraphina asked Eisen and me this weird favor. Oh, you're going around healing all the injured students. They're gonna start a coup, aren't they? Oh Lord, Seraphina's even more banged up than I thought, or what I remembered anyway. Okay, so you're getting healed. Hey, can you two help me with something? Oh, are they going to go to the meetup with her? Oh shit, that might be it. To go with her to some cafe a few towns over. Yep, it's the meetup. Never mind, the coup wasn't going to happen. I mean, it probably wouldn't be the best idea. Just make John more pissed at his own conspiracy theories. Make some kind of shady deal. I can't, Seraphine. I almost got my ass murdered by Vulcan. This is in a private classroom, apparently. When she asked all of this. So, okay, she didn't say this during the safe house meeting, so, I mean, makes sense. Those people were able to get away from you, John, Arlo, and Eileen. Or Elaine. It's Elaine, isn't it? I always say Eileen for some reason. Elaine, me being there isn't going to make a difference. The numbers count, Eisen. She's like, clenching her fist of power. You shouldn't go either. You're putting yourself in danger. I don't care. We tried to talk her out of it, but she was dead set on going. And now Arlo's like, concerned face. Please, Arlo, you have to stop her. He's like, God damn these kids and their goddamn problems. I'll see you after school. Oh, and he hangs up the phone and into the pocket it goes. And then he walks off like a non-boss. Let's see here. Wilston's girls' dorm. And there's Seraphina in a green jacket. Love it. She looks good in green. I like it. I like it. It kind of goes along with the like light lime green in her hair, kind of. At least to me. I'm bad with colors and fashion, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I like it. Anyway, she's rolling up her sleeves, so she's getting ready to go to the cafe of doom. But anyway, knock knock. Okay, there is Elaine. Coming. What is that an easel or what the hell is that in the corner? Open. Arlo, thank goodness. She's in her room, hurry. So it's an intervention. Uh, and she ain't in her room anymore, so you can't. She heard that whole shit. It's like, you came to stop me, didn't you, son of a bitch? No, I came to save you from yourself and your bad decisions. This was a bad plan. I don't care. What are you doing here? Not trying to stop me, too, are you? Glare. Covered face. No. I'm coming with you. Oh. Did not happen the way I thought it would, to be honest, but okay. Whatever. That still works. It was one of the possibilities, and I'm happy that I hashed out like what I could of what made that logical. But hey, he's starting to come to his senses, it seems like, which is a great thing. Arlo, like, changing his mind after that whole meetup with his aunt and everything definitely was a bad road for him. Like, Arlo at the beginning of the series was maybe not the most likable character, but you kind of understood where he was coming from. And then, he became much more likable as the series went along, and we got to know him a bit more, and got to see him as a character, and then he kind of had a butthole relapse a little bit after the meetup with his aunt, and she made him rethink his whole, school experience as of late, and that, yeah, not a good thing. But, so yeah, with that, at least he is actually going to help. That'd be very useful, especially given that this is likely going to be an ambush. This would actually be interesting if when they go in there, you actually find out that all of the occupants in the cafe are actually part of whatever group it is, be it Ember or some other faction of, like, ability stealing, manipulating, annihilating, whatever group that they got going on. And like, they had, like, rented out the place, or the reason why it was that cafe specifically is because one of their members, like, owns it. So, like, they could easily manipulate who was there at that time. Like, oh, we're sorry, everybody. We're like, closed. Or we're, like, renovating or something. And it's like, they meet up, act like everything's open or something. And then, boom. Like, they think everything's fine. People are, like, sitting, getting food and drinks and everything. But then, like, they sit down at a table, talk to whoever they're supposed to meet up with. And then, as the conversation goes on, like, what do you want me here for? What's this deal? All that good stuff. And then it's like, if the deal goes sour for one or both parties, Serafina and Arlo will try to leave, hopefully. And then it's like, oh, no, you won't be leaving at all. And then, like, the people, you hear, like, a bunch of, like, scraping chairs as everyone stands up. They block off the entrances and all other exits. And then you find out it's like, yeah, they're all just operatives of this organization. And it's like, that's how I'm thinking this might play out. Because otherwise, it wouldn't be a good thing if they attacked, like, in such a public place. It's just like how people don't want to argue in public. Like, they'll always want to, like, talk in, like, a restaurant or something where, like, you don't want to make a scene. And because these are, like, illegal actions they're taking, be it if they're actually affiliated with the authorities or not, is still not yet known. So, likely, if they aren't attached to them, they can't, like, just kind of clean up the incident and just play it off as like, oh, it was just a freak accident or something. And it's like, no problem whatsoever. But if they aren't affiliated, yeah, they probably don't want to make a scene because then the authorities will become wise to their operations and start keeping a tab on them, which would probably not be beneficial. But then there's the third option if they do make a scene because they're not affiliated and then the authorities get wind of them. And then the two factions merge because, like the authorities and Ember seem to be linked, obviously, but then they get this third faction in there. It's like, hey, you guys seem like you can further our little social experiments kind of deal. It's like, what happens when you depower and power up individuals at the same time? Yeah, something like that. I am, make the weaker weak, or make the weak weaker, and the somewhat strong stronger. You will have god complexes then. We already had like egomaniacal people already with their power fantasies, but then if you basically put them almost in the realm of a god, like relatively speaking, yeah, that things could get really bad really quick, especially if you start distributing like the power up drug and you're dampening like whole cities and stuff, and it's like, yeah, there's going to be massive chaos because you're going to have a powerful few who are just going to wreck house more so than we have ever seen up to this point. So I don't know, that's just some of my speculations on that. Now, as for the whole thing with the headmaster, we got to see his power. Seemingly it is gravity because of the way that he used it, but it could very well be telekinesis. But if it was telekinesis, I would have assumed he would have lifted up John and like force walked him to the office. But I'm guessing it's probably not. We'll have to see how he uses it. Like if he only ever uses it that one way, then it's probably just gravity. If not, I'll say it's telekinesis. If he like lifts anything up with it. But if he can only like just buckle things down, then it's either some kind of weird pressure ability, maybe like air pressure or something, or it is straight up gravity. So, but cool to see his ability, and it definitely makes more sense of why he's the headmaster. He can just, just lock down people like that to subdue them. And it's like, as long as he's more powerful than any of the students, there isn't really much of an issue. Now, why John wouldn't copy his power if he was angry enough is another issue. Like, maybe there is like some kind of measures in place for such an occasion, because surely they've come up with that contingency. If they haven't, oh shit, they're in for a big one if John goes full nuclear on them. But yeah. So yeah, now we know the headmaster's ability, at least a little bit. His talk with John he is now forbidden to mess with the safe house, and that is obviously not going to happen. I imagine John is going to get expelled by the end of this season. Like, he is going to just be tired of it. Like, he's going to see maybe more organization amongst the safe house members, especially if like Serafina and Arlo get taken out or whatever from the whole cafe incident that is likely to happen, because they're going to be like, oh shit, that's more people that won't be here to help us. We need to organize and keep ourselves safe. Like, we need to train. We need to work on our abilities. We need to gather up any strong people we can and, just finally take down the biggest threat to us, which is John. And then it just fully gives in to his conspiracies. And from there, he will attack. Like, if he gets wind of this, he is so going to take them down. Or try to. And then that's when the headmaster will be like, John! And then all of a sudden, like, just the whole gravity of the school and, like, everyone falls to the floor. And it's like, ah, shit, kind of deal. And it's like, what did I tell you, boy? I said, don't mess with the safe house. And, like, the floor starts buckling and shit. Around John, specifically, but maybe other people, too. Like Zeke, for instance. And it's like, you have forced my hand, boy. And with that, you are expelled. And John's like, well, fuck, I wasn't expecting that. And then, so then I think that's going to play out. Maybe. What would happen after that, I have no idea. Keen finding the booster drug is interesting. Like, do we know if he has a sample or not? We obviously don't. Like, I would assume he probably scraped up some of it, and probably sent it to a lab or something, or maybe has the doctor deal with it. The doctor seems to have, like, all this kind of, like, equipment at his disposal to do, like, certain bits of experimentation and analysis on substances. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure if I remember right, and I could be wrong, didn't he do that with Serafina and, like, trying to get the... Oh, no, wait, he was sending that to, like, a hospital or something, right? And they never did return. So it's like he might do some, like, kind of experiments on his own with it. Because, I don't think it would be a good idea if they sent it to the authorities. So, we might see that. Who knows? But, yeah. And, obviously, the headmaster is going to be calling in Blake to find out any information about it. And, yeah. He's probably going to get a blood test to see if he was using it. And we'll truly know if he was actually using it or not. But I imagine he wasn't. But if he was, oh boy, is that going to make me change my opinion about Blake. But yeah. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this chapter. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live, part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Keishlings. Gravity powers!